at what I have for you.
Henry, duty calls.
Did anyone show up with an order?
Yes, indeed. A woman came, looking to surprise her husband with a new blade. She says he drives wagons, so that he's got something to defend himself with.
I'm on it.
That's what I like to hear. Once you're finished, bring it to me.
All right, tell me. What do you want to offer me?
The deal of a lifetime. Allow me to introduce myself. Horst of Lischgau. I deal in rare weapons, artifacts, relics, real legendary pieces. And today, I've got something very rare for you. It'll make your eyes pop. The one and only Excalibur. King Arthur's sword. For a mere pittance, it can be yours. So, what do you say? Deal?
Huh? Where'd you get it?
From an ancient Jewish sage I met in Regensburg. He said he bought it off some nobleman from Albion. Seems he'd fallen on hard times.
Excalibur and Arthur? You wouldn't happen to have the round table with it, would you? How do I know it's the real deal?
Strange things happen in this world, and this is probably one of them. I've got no better explanation.
Sorry, but I don't have time for this right now.
No rush, think it over. Smith, hey, over here. I've got a fantastic offer for you.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? God grant you luck, good sir. The innkeeper Mole sends me. He says you should stop by. He's got something for you.
Looks like you're waiting here for me. What do you want?
The innkeeper Mole sends me. He says you should stop by. Says it's important.
Why doesn't he come himself if it's that important?
I don't know. Maybe he's got too much work at the hole. Or maybe he wants to show you something. Or someone.
Where can I find him?
When you've got time, stop by his tavern, down here on the corner. It's called The Hole.
Is that all you were meant to tell me?
Yeah, that's all, but... Look, Mole is a good man at heart. It pays off to stay on good terms with him.
Got it. When I've got time, I'll stop by and see him.
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things happen here.
Bread here.
Grüß Gott, was brauchst du?
Show me your wares.
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein, mein Freund. My respects.
Take a look. Quality goods here. Hi,
You have a kind mouth.
What's that? So, will you finally speak with me about that broken clock of yours?
You made a name for yourself in the town now, so why not? I doubt the councillors would object. Even that meddler Vorsucher will not be able to say a word. Besides, the clock is so broken it could not be any worse. Worth a try, no? So tell me, how do you plan to fix it?
I've got some plans from Master Skoda, who tried to repair it years ago. Supposedly he got quite far.
That is definitely a good start. In any case, I reckon you ought to hear the whole sorry tale first. It might make you wiser. I was barely more than a lad back then, but my father was on the council, so I got a pretty close look through him. One day the mechanism just suddenly stopped. And it has stood still ever since, nearly 30 years now. But I still remember your guild rather boldly telling my father and the other councillors that there was no need to call in anyone from abroad. They said we would save coin if our own people handled the repairs. But it went as it usually does.
And how is that?
Instead of pulling together, every one of those masters tried to snatch the reward for himself. Master Skoda, Irving Klemmer, Hollander, each one worked on the repairs in his own little corner. No wonder the councillors lost patience and finally sent for the Italians from Padua. Though that did not end well either.
How did it end?
I only know what my father told me. They demanded all the plans and acted like they were the finest masters around. Yes, we'll do it. No trouble at all. They also asked for a fat advance. 2 weeks later, they were boozing through every tavern in the city and lazing about in the bath by day. When the bailiff reminded them they ought to get started on the repair, they almost took offense, but they did get to work. What happened next? Well, Father never liked to talk about it. That much I can tell you. The counselor said the next day they found the clock half looted, the remaining parts strewn about, and the Italians gone, along with the plans. All but one. The youngest of them, a nobleman named Fabrizio de Dondi, had stayed behind with the Burkhar's daughter. His companions most likely forgot him in the rush.
And what happened to him?
Dondi said, or so I heard, told the counselors he knew nothing. He claimed he was only an apprentice. Of course they locked him up. Some wanted to send a letter to Padua right away demanding ransom. But it soon turned out Fabrizio, young as he was, could be very useful to the town. So they let him go.
How useful?
Kuttenberg is a mining town. The councillors are mine officials first and foremost. Not long after they locked him up, they sent Dondi to work in the mines. He spent so long studying the mining machines that he figured out how to improve them. He significantly boosted the miners' output, and they realized you could not just trade away someone that clever like a sack of charcoal. So Fabrizio was granted the freedom, on condition that he stay in the town. And so he's still here to this day, and by the look of it, doing quite well. He is a bit of an odd one, but I'm afraid if you are serious about repairing the clock, sooner or later you will have to speak with him. The Italians vanished with the plans, So Fabrizio is probably the only one who ever saw the clock in its original state.
Where can I find Fabrizio?
He lives on the upper floor of the second house on Vintner Street, next to the tailor. Though I'm not sure he will speak to you. If you are passing by, try dropping in and see if you can win him over somehow.
So there really aren't any other plans?
No, they took all of them. And they disappeared with them too. I cannot tell, but feel there was something shady about it. Try asking Fabrizio. He does not share much with me.
What about the other repairmen from the guild? You mentioned some names.
Clemmer and Hollander? They will not help you anymore. Both are dead, and their families have long since moved far away.
So, I'll get back to the repairs.
I'm thankful you're trying, Master. I really am. But there is one last thing you need to know. I am not sure that even if you succeed with the repair, we will be able to offer you any reward. The town is exhausted by war. The coffers are empty. You understand.
What am I going to do with you?
Do not lose heart. In the worst case, your reward will be the undying gratitude of all the townfolk of Kuttenberg.
I wasn't really expecting anything else. Take care, bailiff.
Come and take your pick. You wed.
Go! I'm finished.
Great. Let's see. That looks very good. Your customer will be pleased.
Did you look through those documents from your husband's estate?
Yeah, it was hellish work. So many sketches and doodles. I couldn't even tell what half of them were supposed to be. Even the parchment alone must have cost a fortune. I've no idea where the old man kept getting it.
And did you find anything that might relate to the clock?
Here's some calculations and diagrams. I don't understand much of it, but it looks like a set of weights.
Thanks.
Well now, if you need those weights cast, Eldris might be able to help. He's pretty pricey, and always up to his neck in work. But truth be told, I don't know any other founder in Kuttenberg. His workshop's just down by the stream, at the bottom of Hoprink.
How's trade?
Nothing sold yet. Try stopping by tomorrow. Till we meet again, Henry.
Gave me a whole silver groschen.
What? A whole groschen?
Aye, I'll be eating a slab.
And what can I get for you?
Still have something left for tomorrow.
Where did she go? Maybe I'll find her and
Careful.
give me one too.
So bad, it made my eyes water.
Tell me about it. We had some last year.
And how'd you get rid of them?
It was easy. All it takes is something that smells worse than they did.
That's not even possible, is it?
Of course it is. They hate the smell of humans. You silly doggy.
What?
There's someone lying.
I hope someone pays for a requiem mass.
Where's that damn grave digger? One beer.
They say you wanted to talk to me about something.
Yeah, I did, blacksmith. And about that new smithy of yours. How's it going?
I'm trying, but it's tough. Why'd you ask?
Look, you're not entirely new here. You know Chenyek and the rat, so you already know how things work, right?
What do you mean by that?
Simply, you know this quarter doesn't exactly have the best reputation, and I wouldn't want any misunderstandings.
Stop beating around the bush. What misunderstandings?
No offence, mate, but you've got coin, and you're mingling with the bigwigs from the upper town, while the locals here live hand to mouth, and the last thing they need is the councillors poking their noses in.
And what are you suggesting, mate? You know me. I'm no fancy noble.
That's exactly why. I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine.
Who's it about?
A benefactor, a patron. Maybe a bit of an odd fellow, but otherwise a smart, devout man. If you want to be on good terms with the locals, You should go and see him.
Does this benefactor have a name?
He's got a name like everyone else, but that's not important. Around here, they call him the Rag Man. The locals like him. He's helped a lot of them already.
What kind of nickname is that? Is he some kind of beggar?
Oh, no. That's just what they call him because he gives food to the poor in exchange for their old ragged clothes. And he looks after them in other ways, too.
Where can I find this benefactor? Does he come here?
No. But I'll let him know, and he'll be waiting for you this evening at the Iron Eagle.
How will I recognise him?
He'll be sitting at the corner table wearing a fine blue hat. You won't mistake him.
All right, I'll think it over. But now I'll go.
By all means, do as you think best.
I'm sorry.
Why is this all sticky? What was it saying?
Fabrizio Dondi?
Fabrizio de Dondi. Sono un nobile. I am of noble birth.
I beg your pardon?
Who are you?
Forgive the intrusion. I'm Henry, a master of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild.
And you dress the part too. Bravo! What is it you need from me?
Bailiff Plumel sent me. I want to try and repair the town clock. And you're the last one who saw it in its original state.
Unfortunately, the bailiff is right about that. Madonna, that was the worst day of my life. Look, I do not like to think back on that time. Honestly, I would rather leave it buried in the past. What even makes you think you can fix the clock and convince the bailiff to trust you?
I've been looking into my father's past. He died recently.
I am sorry to hear that. But what has that got to do with the clock?
He tried to repair it. And now I'm trying to finish his work.
And what do you need me for?
Because you're the only person in Kuttenberg who saw what the clock looked like back then. The one they were trying to repair based on those plans. And you've made a new life for yourself in this town. A comfortable life. So, maybe you owe it a little something.
You may be right. And I suppose you have plenty more questions. Go on, ask.
Tell me more about that so-called Italian scam. Was it all planned from the start?
Italian scam? Is that what they call it nowadays? In any case, you are asking the wrong man. I honestly believe we were here to repair the clock. Everyone acted like they meant it. The group included seasoned craftsmen, astrologers, master mechanics. Truth be told, I was only there because of my family name. My grandfather, Jacopo, and father Giovanni were great scholars. Physicians, astrologers, and engineers. They followed the works of Campanus of Novara and crafted magnificent orologia. The Padua clock is one of theirs. It only dawned on me after those fraudsters left me here that I was just bait for the townsfolk. They were after the plans, though perhaps revenge was part of it too. Revenge against my family.
What do you mean? They wanted revenge?
My family was successful, and success breeds resentment. The Padua expedition was led by Camillo Valla, one of my father's former students. He must have realized the Gutenberg clock was structurally unique, so he took the plans.
And destroyed the mechanism too, so he could pass the plans off as his own work.
Sadly, yes. But I have no news he ever earned any real fame with them. And they left me here, in a foreign land, with a sullied, famous name. They ruined my life. It must have broken my father's heart. I was not even allowed to attend his funeral while I was being held here. Surely you understand. It shattered me forever.
The bailiff said you were given all the clock plans back then. Where did they end up?
In Padua, most likely. Look, I had no idea what they were up to. I was the youngest. They did not trust me with anything. You've probably heard how those swindlers ruined me. Cazzo! Luckily, the Lord gave me a decent memory. It is all up here, in my head. Down to the last cog.
Would you be able to share those plans with me? Maybe recreate them from memory?
Perché? It would be pointless work.
They'd help me with the repairs.
They would not. Sadly, after the sabotage by my unruly countrymen, fixing the clock will take more than old plans.
So what exactly do I need to repair the clock? Aside from your expertise.
You will need a mechanism called an astrolabe. Its measurements are transferred via a gear train to the main mechanism, which sets the movement in motion with a folio and weights. Without that astrolabe, the heart of any clock, all other work is futile, and crafting one is no easy task.
I've got the heart of the clock. It sat in a burgher's house for 20 years.
Now that is good news! That gives us a foundation to build on. If it still works, of course.
I wouldn't know, but I hope so.
Next, you will need a set of weights. Precisely calibrated and cast according to the old machine's designs.
I've got old designs for the weights from Master Skoda.
Excellent. Then all that is left is to have them cast. In any case, in the end we will need to build that folio-driven escapement ourselves. My countrymen dismantled most of it and took it away. But luckily, part of it remained. For the final stage of the repair, we will need some smithing. But more importantly, a truly skilled mechanic. Or a locksmith, if you prefer.
I thought that was you.
No. I can design it, calculate it, set it up. But the hands-on work will require someone exceptionally handy.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, you will find someone. The masters at the guild know their craft, do they not?
So what else is needed for the repair?
You said you have got the astrolabe. That is very important. Then we will need that set of weights, and a truly capable locksmith. A real master of his craft.
Thanks. I'll come back once I've got everything we need.
Va bene. Come back with that locksmith. We'll talk it all over with a roast and a bottle of good wine. I hope our new collaborator will be as remarkable a man as you.
Here you go. Take it.
Was brauchst du, Fremder? How can I help you?
I need something cast from you.
Entschuldigung. I'd be happy to cast whatever you need. But right now, I just can't.
Why not?
We've got a contract from the town. Loads of work. The furnaces are running full tilt. Verdammte Scheiße. We don't even get to breathe. And then there is that Pushko.
Who's Pushko?
Mein Geselle. Apprentice. He's gone missing, and now we can't keep up. I sent him to Grund, zur Abmessung der Glocke, to measure the bell. I lent him my horse, so he'd be back quick. But he's still not returned. Seit 2 Tagen. Verdammter Kerl. And there's just no one to hire. And without people, I cannot cast a thing.
What if I went and found that apprentice of yours?
Wait a moment. Du bist der neue Meister. You're the new one at the guild. Eichner was talking about you. The capable one. You'll find Pushko for sure. Ich vertraue dir. If you find Pushko, the first thing you'll tell him is to cast whatever you want. Darauf gebe ich dir mein Wort.
Where should I look for him?
Was weiß ich? You should ask the Pfarrer in Grund. Na ja, the priest in Grund should know. Sein Name ist Havel.
All right, I'll go and look for him.
Gott sei Dank. Hopefully nothing's happened to him. Or meinem Pferd.
That nobleman came back. He said he's not going to let it drop.
Excuse me.
God be with you. What do you need?
I'm looking for the apprentice, Pushko, from Master Founder Eldris of Kuttenberg. I heard he was supposed to stop by to measure the bell.
Aye, he was here. Came on a fine horse and did his job well. Climbed the tower and measured everything carefully. But then he went to the tavern. I warned him not to. Told him he shouldn't do that. He wouldn't listen.
Why shouldn't he go to the tavern?
Because he openly said he planned to play dice. And gambling brings misfortune. It seemed to weigh on his soul a bit afterwards, because he came to confess the next morning.
And then?
Then nothing. I went about my rounds in the village as usual. I did spot him later, walking towards that long forest, stretching from the charcoal burners all the way southwest to the Wolf Mountains. He was walking slowly, on foot, and for some reason, he was carrying a rope slung over his shoulder.
You let him go?
Well, why shouldn't I have?
What if he was off to string himself up from the nearest tree with that rope?
Wait, you mean that he might have... No, surely not. He can't do that. It's against the Lord.
What exactly did he tell you?
I can't reveal that.
What? Why?
Well, essentially it was part of a confession, so I'm bound by the seal of confession.
Secrets or not, this is about someone's life. You said it was essentially part of a confession, so was it a confession or not?
Well, we were talking after he confessed. That's true.
Then you can speak freely. Him telling you what happened isn't part of the confession.
Well, you're right about that. Pushko confided in me that in the evening he was playing dice with the woodcutters camped near the Wolf Mountains. And as the beer flowed, the stakes got higher until Pushko ran out of coin. But he still wanted to keep playing, so he wagered his horse and lost.
But that wasn't his horse.
Exactly. After confession the next morning, he told me it was a serious mess. But would he really go and hang himself over it? Surely not, would he?
I'm going to find him. I just hope it's not too late.
May all the saints stand by you.
Pushko! Hey! Pushko! Answer! Nothing here. Bloody hell, where is he? Pushko!
For God's sake, I'm right here. Watch out for that rope.
You're Pushko?
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I'm Henry. Eldris sent me. I needed him to cast something for me, but he says he can't manage without you. Seems you're missed in the workshop.
Jesus. But I can't go back just yet.
I get it. First you need to get Eldris's horse back from the woodcutters.
Oh, Jesus. He lent me Bentley and I lost him. Oh, what a disgrace. I'm just a bloody fool. The biggest fool of them all, damn it. If I go back without the horse, Eldris will tear me in half. But it's really all his fault.
What do you mean?
He's always sending me to measure bells, cast maces and other stupid things. And the journey's always boring as hell. If he'd finally let me cast guns, none of this would have happened. Oh, and I don't have to deal with this mess anymore.
So what's your plan?
I'll start shouting at them to provoke them. Then I'll lure them right into a trap. When they run after me, they'll trip over the rope and smack flat on their faces. And I'll use the chance to grab the horse.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
It just sounds like you're counting too much on things going exactly as you imagined, which they rarely do.
Then what am I supposed to do? Got a better idea?
Couldn't you just pay Eldris off? I mean, give him some coin.
What world do you live in? Do you know how much a horse like that costs?
I've got a bit of coin.
I can't accept that. We barely know each other. I just have to get Eldris's Bentley back, that's all.
You know what? Better let me handle the woodcutters.
You do that for me?
Yeah, I'm good with this sort of trouble.
Well, all right then. I'll wait here.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
I'd like to ask about the horse.
Go and see our foreman. It's his horse.
I heard you won the horse in a dice game.
That's right. Seems I've already made a name for myself.
Trouble is, the horse doesn't belong to the apprentice who played for it, but to his master. He's got to give it back.
Then he shouldn't have played for it. The lads have taken a liking to him. They're learning to ride him. Beats drinking all day, right?
What if we play for the horse?
Huh. Why not? But you've got to offer something in return.
All right then. Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad. You might even win with that. Here. My
Pretty
God!
boring so far.
Come on, let's liven it up a bit. You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice. That's enough.
Something
Your
like
turn.
this happened to me back in '98.
But that was different.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes. Here. Like this. That's enough for me. You don't even want to play. The last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here. Well, you're not afraid of anything. For Christ's sake! How is that even possible? Or, wait, who threw that?
Like this.
Damn! That's what I'm talking about, damn it! That's how you have to play! My legs are starting to hurt from all this standing around. Damn it,
Damn! You won! So the horse is mine!
Easy come, easy go. Oh well. Take it then. God bless.
See you, friend.
Whoa! Here's Eldris's Bentley. Now you can go back without worry.
Oh, you saved my neck, mate. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here quick before anything else goes wrong. Will you ride with me to Eldris?
Sure. Let's go.
At least it'll pass faster that way.
So I found Pushko for you. Alive, well, and with Bentley.
Pushko! Where have you been with my horse all this time?
Well,
He wasn't in Grund, so I rode around the area searching. In the end, I found him in Horsham. He didn't even know which way to go. That happens to city folk. Not the first time I've found someone lost like that.
Vielen Dank, mein Freund. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Henry. I'll make sure everyone in town hears von deiner Bereitschaft und deinem Mut.
Come again?
I'll sing your praises. Everywhere. And you'll get a lovely rabatt from me. A discount.
Now you've got your apprentice back, can we sort out the casting?
Ja, natürlich. I keep my word. Speak with Pushko. Wird es arrangieren.
as always.
Jesus Christ be praised. Viel Erfolg.
Eldris said I'm supposed to talk to you about the casting.
Yeah, figures. If you give me the drawings with clear instructions, I'll cast whatever you want. But be ready to pay through the nose. Eldris charges a lot for this sort of job. If I had my own workshop, it'd be different. After what you did for me, I'd cast it for you for free. If you ever get one, let me know. I'd gladly work for you till I'm smoking like a furnace.
I've already opened one.
Well, I'll be. What are you waiting for then? Want to keep making Eldris a fortune?
How about you come and work for me? In my workshop, you can focus on what you really want to do. What do you say?
Jesus Christ, yes! I'm in with both feet. But how do I tell Eldris? Never mind. I'll handle it somehow. Thank you, Henry. I'll pack my things and be right over.
Look what I have for you.
I need you to cast weights for me.
Weights, eh? What for? It would be useful to know.
It's for the repair of the astronomical clock. I've got the designs. Any problem with that?
No, I'll take care of it like I promised. Can I see the designs?
Here you go.
That'll need to be really precise. I can manage, but it'll take a bit of time, most likely a whole day. You know what? I'll get started right away and bring them to your smithy when they're done.
Go on.